Hey, what's going on, everybody? Mike Rondo, I'm back. And I'm over 300 videos, and I was thinking about this earlier today when I thought about it, because the Cantina Cast is up to 390 episodes. I did 230 of those episodes. And I'm thinking, I'm almost, if you call these episodes or videos, whatever you want to call them, I'm almost catching up to what the Cantina Cast is doing from 10 years. That's crazy to think about. I don't know. It's just funny. They do it once a week. And we didn't always do it once a week when we first started out. We did twice a week or whatever, bi-weekly. But anyway, that's not what we're here for today. Today we are actually, before I get into what we're actually here for today, I got a few tobaccos that came in. One, we have the Sutliff Pumpkin Spice right here. And I almost threw this out because I forgot I got like a 1 ounce, 1 ounce sample. So I wasn't gonna sure if I was gonna actually like it, and it was, so I went with the 1 ounce instead of the 2. Although I don't know, I should have probably went with the 2. But I left it in the box. And I'm like, wait a minute, I know I ordered more than those 3 tins, and then sure enough, I found this. It was hidden in the thing. I got this at Smoking Pipes. It's funny, I can smell the pumpkin spice thing. It smells like potpourri, really. It doesn't smell like a pumpkin spice to me. It's more like, well, I guess a cinnamon. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not doing a review on it tonight, but I will do a review soon. But judging by the smell, and I'm sure there's chemicals in this, I'm probably going to use this to blend for my own Halloween blend that I want to do for next year. What that is, I don't know. I'm going to blend it with things. I'm not sure, but this could be like a little bit of a sprinkle into the blend that I'm going to come up with. So there's that. And then I got Sutliff Great Outdoors. So I'll be trying some of this this weekend or next week probably. I probably won't get to, because tomorrow night there'll be a creature double feature with me and my daughter. We're going to watch the old-timey Universal monster movies. So we got the Creature of the Black Lagoon. She wanted to watch The Invisible Man. I'm not sure we're going to do that. And the Mummy, I think. So we'll see. It's actually a triple creature feature. But tonight we are actually here for this Carolina Red Flake by Cornell and Deal. Small batch. And I didn't get this last year. I missed out on it. So this was done on 9/22/21. 9/22/21. So, and this number is 5141 out of 15,000, and this one's not too far off, 5145. So, relatively close. I was thinking today, I got this tin and I got Scarecrow. Those tins, going forward as I buy tobacco, like the tins that come out like this and Scarecrow and whatever the next one will be, I can't remember. I don't know what's coming out next, but I will actually, if I get to 1,000 subscribers, I may give them away. Like how many tins I collect, I don't know. We'll see when we get there, but we're not there yet. So we're gonna smoke this tonight. And I guess this counts as a vapor, right? Because it's Virginia's and Perique. But because it's red, what is it, a red Virginia there? Does that count? I don't know. It's a little weird with all that stuff. I don't know it as well as all you. But anyway, I'm going to shut the lights off because we're going to get into the mood of smoking. Now, unfortunately, my little light that would fill in my face, although you can kind of see my face here, is not charged, so we don't have that. So let's just crack open this tin. Very red here. This is like I feel like Darth Maul all of a sudden. So let's crack this tin open. And to be fair, that's kind of, is it grassy or is it mossy? More bread-like. Bread, I would say breadish. Go with that, the breadish stuff. So let's get this stupid thing out. All right, let's see. I actually thought and it still might be a problem, the pumpkin spice is kind of overpowered my nose there, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a good tin note on this. Not that I will, but as you can see, there's the red flake, although, well, I guess I could do this. I'll be nice. Ooh, that's bright. I'll show you what the flake looks like, and then we'll go from there. So, all right, back to the red dawn lights. So let's see, what do we got here? I would say raisin-ish, breadish. More Virginia than Perique. I don't really get the Perique, although that's, I'm not an expert in Perique. I'm not even sure if I like it yet, to be honest. The jury's still out. I think I like a lot of Kia over Perique. I don't know. It's all subjective, right? But anyway, well, let's get this packed up. Get the pipe. Get this going. Get a few flakes here. I don't think you'd have to let this dry out too much. I'm doing a review, so it's kind of, I'm just winging it, really. But for normal smoking, I don't think you would have to 10, 15 minutes maybe. An hour would probably be better, but it's not, I don't think it's that moist. I think Cornell and Deal, I got to give them credit, is pretty on point when it comes to the moisture content in their tins, when I get them at least. I don't think they're too bad. Your mileage may vary. You may think differently. So let's break some of this up a little bit, and I think that's pretty good. That should be good. And of course, I thought, why not just go with the old standard here, my 7LE320. We'll go with this one. It should be a good one. This is workhorse of the shed. The other one I have, the shed pipe, they do it all. They never disappoint, never let me down. And I'm still kind of sniffly from whatever I had a few weeks ago. Okay, got a good draw. That's important. But I would say, so far we're off to a good start. I've been kind of hit and miss, mostly miss, on the small batch stuff. But that's, I don't know. I'm a weirdo. Let's false light this. I can smell the Virginia. And I would say let it dry for a good 10 minutes, honestly. I don't know what happened to my fireplace here. Sometimes, because I have crappy Wi-Fi, not that I'm on the Wi-Fi, I'm on my cellular at the moment, but if I get too many things open, it kind of creates a problem. This is why I should get the Starlink at the end of the day. Not that you guys can hear the fireplace, but I want to, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I can tell you right now, I can smell predominantly the Virginia. Even on that false light, I could smell it. Gotta light this again. Pretty good. Ooh. smoke in the nose there. I don't know, that Perique gives it a, oh, there we go. Now the fire comes on. Gives it a nice little, just a little something. That's pretty good. And it's not, it's a very good balance, I think. I'm getting a little bit of the Virginia and then the Perique, kind of a 1-2 kind of thing going on there, which I like. This does not disappoint. Kind of getting like a bready kind of thing. But as you can see, it's burning pretty well after I had my few issues starting it up. You know, again, 10-15 minutes, a half hour before you smoke might be a good thing. Me, I'm doing a review for YouTube here, or for my own pleasure, really, because my reviews aren't really stellar. They're like, it basically comes down to do I like it or not. But this will be interesting for a second time around, because, and I got a bunch of those that I got to get to. I just haven't really had a chance to do that. But I you know, I wasn't planning on getting any more tins after I got Scarecrow. I figured, all right, I'm good for the fall. I'm good for Thanksgiving, November. Definitely good for Christmas time and winter. But I didn't think they were going to release anything, and sure enough, they released this, and I was like, I got to do it. I got to do it for the channel, and I missed out on it last year. I want to try it. And From Beyond was pretty good. The last one I had that has Perique in it, right? I think it does. I can't remember now, and I know I liked it, so I had to try it. I'm like, let's go for it. What harm will come of it? But another news for those that were curious about the rat situation or the mouse situation. It's really a rat situation, but I'm telling myself it's a mouse because I don't want to say to myself it's a rat situation. But anyway, my town where I live in Rhode Island, especially in my neighborhood right now, there's a rat problem in the neighborhood. I don't know why, but there is. There was like no construction, nothing was getting disturbed, so I don't know why that would be, but this kind of happens periodically in different towns in Rhode Island for some. On the outskirts of like Providence, the capital. So I finally got down to Lowe's, and I got the rat trap. I got everything under the sun. I bought like everything. I bought sticky traps, rat traps, the like this thing that zaps them. I bought that. That was the most expensive thing. I bought bait. I got more bait traps than God knows what. And I got all these other little traps around the thing. So the day before, I think I told this on the video, where I go, and I may not have told it because this was after I did my last video. So I go to Lowe's the day of my birthday. I go to Lowe's. I go in the aisle. This is why sometimes I just should not go out in public. This is why I order a lot of things online. I go there because my luck is this, and this happened to me the last time there was like a rat situation around the shed. And I go to the aisle where the rat stuff is, or the repellents, whatever you want to call it, pest control. And last time I did that, I had this little old couple, and they're in the way of what I need to do, and they're just sitting there blankly staring at everything. That was the first time. That was like 9 years ago when I first got here. So I go in the aisle, and what do I see? They got the ladder up there, the big gray ladder that they climb up to go on the top shelves there, and some new kid doing the inventory. And I should have known better. It was a Tuesday afternoon. What else are they going to do, right? And he looked like he was new or didn't have an idea what he was doing. They had like 3 people, and I just had no patience for it. So I said, instead of getting aggravated and interacting with people that I really didn't want to interact with, I was like, I'm just going to go home. Yes, I know I have this rat situation, but I do have other stuff, and hopefully that works, and we'll go from there. That was not the case. The little rat decided to... The good news is that Monday and Tuesday, the rat revealed his path, if you will. And here we go. My phone... I don't know what the deal is, but in any case, so I decided, all right, I'm going to get this electric trap. I wasn't too confident in it. I'm like, oh, I'm iffy on that. And I may do a review on it, actually, to talk about it. So I got the sticky traps I got as a backup, because where the rat was actually coming out was, there's a stove. My stove is here, and he's been coming up the back, and on where your stove, most modern stoves, you have that, where the clock is on the top where the controls are. Well, mine apparently has this vent right underneath that, and he was coming up some vent and popping out there. And I could hear him at night. And I slept on the couch, watching, waiting for him to do his thing, because I knew he was out there. And I saw it, and he plopped down on there. So that's why I said, I'm going to go with the sticky traps, too. Because my theory was, I was getting into this. It got really personal, because I chased him around the house on Tuesday afternoon, and I chased him around, and I didn't get him. So I got really mad. So it got personal. So Wednesday morning, I went right to Lowe's. I got the sticky traps. I put the sticky traps out on the side of the stove, because I figured he'd go that way towards where we had bread, and he got into the bread over there. No big deal. So I figured if he didn't go in the crazy contraption that electrifies him, then he'll go over there and get stuck in the sticky things. And if none of that works, I'll put it underneath where he drops out, and then he'll have no choice. He'll stick to it. So, again, I slept on the couch because I wanted the trap was going. So this is like 10:30 on Wednesday. I just went to bed watching a video or whatever, and all of a sudden I hear this buzzing thing. Now, I had my little bone condensing headphones on, and I'm like, is that my headphones? And I was like, oh, no, no, no. I caught him. I ran. It was like the biggest thrill of my life. And I caught him. And then it was kind of disturbing, but kind of not, and kind of like my inner true crime serial killer buff kind of thing was very peaked at this. I know it's very morbid and disturbing, and it doesn't help that I got red lights and everything. But he was done right away. It kills him instantly. However, the trap, in case there's bigger rats, this one was kind of a small, I like to say it was a large mouse, a baby rat, somewhere in between there is the size. So it went on for like 2 minutes of just juicing the rat. It was just nonstop. And I said to myself, huh, so is this what an execution's like? Is this what it sounds like? Is this what, you just kind of, that's it? And I don't know, it was morbidly, I don't know. It was very weird. But anyway, I was able to, I dumped them out of the trap, cleaned the trap, put the trap, set it again, and long story short, there is no rats as of now. I still got the traps out, but there's been no activity, surprisingly, because I thought, wasn't the old saying where there's one, there's 100? And I thought the one night I was up scouting things out, I thought I saw a bigger rat. And then the next night was a smaller one. So I don't know. We'll see. I haven't had any activity in 24 hours or so, 24, 48 hours, whatever it's been, 2 days, Wednesday, Thursday, yeah, 48 hours, I guess. Nothing's happened. I know you guys probably don't want to hear about a rat story, but I was very excited about it, so I have to share it with somebody. And on top of that, and I don't know if you guys can hear this, and maybe I'll show this to you, but I had a gopher problem. I've talked about that. So while I was at Lowe's, I get the gopher kill stuff that they're supposed to eat. Hasn't eaten any of that. Okay. I had my gopher traps, had them set out for months, and they didn't work. So I was sitting in the aisle. I'm like, so there's a spike, and I'm very skeptical of these things, and I have them in the shed, which I'll actually talk about at some point. Is these little things you plug in the wall, and they kind of emit an electric sound or sonic sound that only bothers their ears. So I found one for gophers, but it's solar powered, so you just stick the spike in and it emits a sound. Well, I thought it was going to be silent, but it's not really silent. So I have it over the shed here, over on this side of the wall, and every few minutes, a minute or so, it emits this high-pitched sound, and I don't know if you guys can catch it, but maybe I'll show you guys that another time. However, so what was it? Wednesday, after I'd gotten all the traps, set everything up, I came out to the shed. I was going to do a video, but I decided not to. I was just going to chill, and I sat out here, and I heard something moving on the back of the shed. Fairly large, like cat to what the gopher would be. And I thought, ooh, is this going to work? So I grabbed the machete. I was ready to do work. But I heard him come up to the edge here and then stop and then go that way. So I think it worked. So we'll see. There goes that sound. Now, I apologize to those of you who want to know about the tobacco and what I thought and, all that stuff, because I got off in a tangent. But it's Friday night, relaxing. A little bit of story time. I don't know if it's because I'm nasally and I can't, not that I could always pull tin notes or whatever, but it's kind of like a bread, I don't want to say mossy, but the Perique is giving it this nice little touch of something that I really like. I think it's a very good balance. And it's going to come down to, do I recommend it or not? And yes, get this if you can. If you can get your hands on the tin, definitely get yourself some. I like it. If it comes out next year, if they do this again, I'd pick it up. I mean, this, I don't know, it kind of, I know they were trying to, do it the way they used to do it in Carolina, I think. The way they process their tobacco. And it kind of gives you that, it's a tobacco feel. Like, yes, that's tobacco. That's not, I don't know, pumpkin spice, if you will. It's like, yes, that's a tobacco. It's a good tobacco. It's a great, relaxing, I don't know if I'd call it an everyday tobacco. I guess for some it would be an everyday tobacco. For me, no. Once a week, maybe, I would say. This may get on the end of the year list or an honorable mention. That's how good it is. I like this. Very surprised because I haven't had any luck with the few small batch stuff that I've had. But I like this. And it burns pretty well, considering I fumbled with it at first. I was going to watch, because I bought it from Smoking Pipes, I was going to watch um, the guy that does the, the tobacco reviews, although I would call it more of a tobacco pitch, um, or selling you advertising, whatever you want to call it. And but I decided not to do that because last time when he described Scarecrow, he gave every Halloween themed note type thing that you would want, and I wasn't gonna do that. So, but this reminds me of a good classic tobacco. Like when you're thinking tobacco, especially Carolina, kind of, yeah. The little experience I have, this would make you think that, I guess. I don't know. I feel like this is something like Mark Twain would smoke. Definitely good. Um, Maybe my favorite vapor, if that's correct. I don't know because it's red Virginias, but that does count, right? I don't know. It gets kooky. You guys that experience can tell me, no, you dope it is, or no, you idiot, it's not. Hmm. This is really good though. This is great to have tonight after having my first supervisor meeting at work. That was a trip. Uh, Someday I'll talk about that. My adventures at work. Uh, oh, the stories I could tell. I do have a problem. I'm going to wrap this up in a minute, but I do have, I'll close this out here. If you made it this far in the video, congratulations. You're awesome. Um, I don't like telling people what to do or how to live their lives or anything like that. But you're a supervisor, you get paid to do that. It's a challenging situation to be in. And I'm more of into the stoic thing and how to deal with things and people and places and all that in situations. But man, sometimes it's not easy, and and I think of Bob Ross all the time because I love Bob Ross. Who doesn't? And I think about how he was in the Navy for a long, long time, and he said he just didn't want to be an asshole anymore. He didn't want to tell people what to do or whatever. He just wanted to bring happy things, and I kind of want to do that on this channel. I don't think I get too serious or melodramatic or anything like that, and I try to just be relaxing as possible. So I think of him when I have to be in these situations where I gotta be the bad guy or the asshole, and I always say to myself, I just don't want to be that, because for like 25, 30 out of my 45 years, I was an asshole. Life hits you when you're young, and you kind of see the world a certain way, and you get angry, and you got this, that, and you think you hold a grudge against the world, but then you get older, you get in your 40s, you start to mellow out and figure things out a lot better, and I'm at that point where I don't want to tell anyone to do anything or anything like that. So, but anyway, that's all. It was just a little unique situation. I thought of Northwest Piper because he was mentioning how he was driving. He had a parking situation where he had an altercation, and he did the right thing of just like, you know what, it's just not worth it. And I think a lot of people need to, in this day and age, to go off of what he was saying in his video. You just got to let a lot of things go. It's not worth getting into an argument, a fight, an altercation, or even your own peace of mind. It's not worth investing that mental capacity into that stuff. But sometimes you're forced to, and you have no choice. But you got to do it in a way It's just not easy. So, but anyway, someday I'll talk about my adventures in work. I think you'll all get a hoot out of it. Probably when I retire in, what, 10, 15 years or so. So if we're all still together and around by then, tune in. All right, I've gone on long enough. This is like 30 minutes. Way too long. I recommend you get this tin. I think you'll like it. If you can get your hands on it. I don't know if it's available now by the time you see this. I think everybody and their brother might have it. So I like this. It'll probably be on my end of the year list. So anyway, I'm out of here. Take care. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow, maybe not. We'll see.